what God is bringing you through at this very moment is going to be the testimony that will bring somebody else through. They say no mess, no message. Faith, my friend, doesn't just wait, but it prepares. It's not just a wish, but an evidence of the things you hope for. When you have a dream or a vision, whatever breakdown happens after that is a process where life is preparing you so it can come to fruition through you. It's an act of declaration when the universe or God says to you, you are being ready. I've prepared you for this. Now show me that you're worthy. It is training you for what you've been praying for. It is using you to bring the highest of creation through you. And I want to let you know that everything is working in divine order. Everything is working in divine order. I have a message of 333, and in numerology, it is a sign that you're growing deeper into creative expression, which means that something new is now speaking through you, moving through you. You're moving on that process of development where you're becoming more aware of your natural gifts. You're growing and expanding. 333 is a sign of growth and expansion. It's a sign that your energy is becoming more harmonized and balanced, and therefore you're spiritually awakening and experiencing more profound guidance than ever before. To any one of you who are seeing 333, it's a sign that you're being encouraged and supported to know that the universe is moving through you, to know that you're being guided at this moment, to know that you're meant to manifest all these dreams that you have, all these visions that you have, because they will teach you how it's possible to create anything you see in your mind's eye into reality. And there is an ancient process. You know, in ancient Kabbalistic tradition, the world is said to be created through 10 emanations or streams from the infinite divine source known as Ein Sof. These emanations are called the Sephirat, and they represent different aspects of God's interaction with the universe. And I want to explain them to you, because every single time when we choose to create something out of nothing, like you have a big project that means a lot to you in your mind and you want to bring it to fruition, or you want to manifest something completely new, the process of manifestation goes through these 10 phases. So in this ancient teaching, how the process of creation was explained, it was explained through 3 trinities, and then the last part was the kingdom, also called as Malchut. And the kingdom represents the physical manifestation of what was present in your mind, in the intellect. And these 10 phases have 10 different names. The first one is Keter, also known as the crown. The second one is Lachmach, also known as wisdom. The third one is Binah, also known as understanding. Then the fourth one is Ki-Sed, which brings with it loving and kind energy. Then the fifth one is Gi-Wurach, which brings justice, severity or judgment. The sixth one is Tiferet, which means beauty. The seventh one is Nech-Tzach, which brings eternity or endurance, energy of perseverance. Then the eighth process or stream is Hard, which brings glory or splendor. The ninth one is Yeh-Shad, which creates foundation, and the last one is Malchut, which creates kingdom. But I want to explain it practically, how each process of manifestation actually goes through these 10 phases and what each phase means, so you can connect it with the process of any manifestation you're working on right now, anything you're going through right now, anything life is preparing you for right now. This will explain to you how to move through this process. So the crown, the first stream, Keter, represents the divine will and the highest level of consciousness. It is the source of all creation, embodying the initial divine impulse or pure potential. So when you have a certain idea in your mind, a certain goal or a vision, it is presented to you in this first stream as crown, as the beginning of whatever you're creating. It's completely present in your intellect, in your mind. So by starting to envision this project, this ultimate goal, you're now forming this thought. It's all happening in the crown, it's all happening in the mind. Then this needs to evolve into the second stream, which is the masculine energy of wisdom. It means that you start brainstorming and you let your creative ideas flow. You let yourself to think deeply about how it could be possible and what could be created out of this. At the same time, in the second stream, you start noticing that your intuition is giving you certain insights. Like, you could go into this direction, you could call this person, you could start like this, and you take a piece of paper and you start writing down, and you start noticing that you feel inspired to make it happen. This is the second phase, the wisdom, where the guidance of the universe is now expressing through you. In my art projects, I often, the crown is often just a vision. I see a painting in my mind's eye. And then the second phase, the wisdom, is that I trust that I will know how to make it happen. I start painting and I just trust that I will make it happen. And today I'm actually sharing with you my latest painting called The Heavens Opening. It's a very beautiful thing that just happened, and it has a lot of joy in it, a sense of adventure in it, and let me know how you feel about it. And then the third stream is understanding, binah. It means that you start to organize your ideas into clear, actionable plan, breaking down your projects into smaller tasks and set a timeline for each step. This is a very important phase in any process of creation, because you need to break down all these goals into smaller goals, like knowing what will you do today, what will you do tomorrow, what will you do the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then every time you take action with it, you can then measure the results of your action. You can then see how much time it takes to accomplish something you've set for yourself, and then you can have more clarity around how much time most probably this whole project will take for you. And then every time you accomplish this whole project, you gain more clarity, you gain more understanding. This is more feminine aspect of the first trinity. So now we have the first trinity of manifestation, which is crown, the beginning of an idea, the initiation of an idea. Then the second is wisdom, where you start brainstorming around it. And the third part to it, the third stream to it, is understanding, organizing your ideas, breaking them down, and making a certain set of timeline. How will you take action with it? This is the first trinity of any creation. Then the second trinity is starting with loving kindness. It's approaching your work with positivity and generosity. where you start sharing enthusiasm with others and you start seeking to make a positive impact through your project. This is the first part of second trinity. That's why 333 is such a powerful symbol when it comes to manifestation, because when we think about that project, that goal that we're working on, well, most probably it will not come to fruition if we don't have some enthusiasm for it, if we don't have some positive approach towards it, like into what it will evolve. This is the loving and kind energy that needs to be present in the project, so we can also see what kind of impact it is creating on the world as it gets finished. Then the second stream to this second trinity is justice, severity, or judgment. It's a discipline energy, and another masculine part to this, which means to set clear boundaries and stay disciplined while you're working on this, to focus on your priorities and be prepared to make tough decisions to keep your project on track. This is a very important part to any project, because many times people get distracted because they don't have a sense of discipline. They don't set boundaries for the things that are less important than what they are working on, and therefore they often fail. Or they don't stay consistent enough because they haven't set boundaries and clear ideas how much they will stay dedicated to it. So this stream of energy is very important at any project. And if you're lacking it, better start working on it. Better decide, I will stay disciplined. And what it means to be disciplined, it means I will set boundaries, what I will allow myself to do while I'm working on this project, and what will I erase from my lifestyle while I'm working on this project. Having a certain sense of a schedule, like at what time I will be working on, at what time I will stop working on this, and at what time I will be rejuvenating, grounding and getting maybe new guidance for what we're working on. And then another, the third stream to that second trinity is beauty. It's the feminine aspect we bring to it once again. This is the harmonious balance, when we start striving for balance in the project, in that vision, when we ensure that creativity and practicality work together harmoniously, when we seek balance to enhance the work. So you've most probably noticed that my work, for example, my videos, are balanced between poetic language and practical language, because I love this balance and I love to bring this Tiferet energy, Tiferet stream into my work, because I know how important it is to make it poetic, so it awakens a sense of spirit inside of us, but then also make it practical so we can know how to make it happen. This is a very important aspect to anything we are working on. So let's say you're starting a business. It will not work out if you're just, studying strategies, how to create marketing, how to work on marketing. You can study all kinds of strategies, but most probably you will not create much results if you don't bring some of your own creativity to it. Like finding an authentic way to make it happen, finding a unique way to bring something new, or to find a new way of doing it. Strategies are very great and important aspects because they teach us how something works. But then those are actually processes that many other people have already mastered, and therefore you're just a copy of them if you're just following what they've done. If you pave a new way, you will most probably at some point succeed at it because you will stand out. So this is the second trinity then, bringing into any project the positive outlook, the loving and kind energy, the enthusiasm for the work, then discipline, setting boundaries, staying disciplined, staying persistent, and having balance between all these strategies, between hard work and creativity. So we can, get into it or bring into it some of your inspiring approaches that are maybe completely out of what people would say that this will work. They're completely authentic and unique to you. This is the second trinity you are working on. And now the third trinity, 333, right, has again 3 very important streams of energy to it, so your project or your vision, your dream can come to fruition. The first one here is now Netzach. It has within energy of eternity or endurance. It's the energy that keeps you pushing forward. Even when you face obstacles, you remain determined and resilient, knowing that persistence leads to success. This is the universal energy. So in every trinity, there is the universal energy, then there is the masculine energy, and then there is the feminine energy. This is the holy trinity. In any trinity we are looking for, in any stream of energy, we find this holy trinity. So that third trinity has these 3 different streams. The first one, as I just mentioned, is the energy of eternity or endurance. It is the energy that allows you to keep pushing forward, even when you face obstacles. Sometimes when people are lacking it, they quit too soon. If you're quitting too soon and not succeeding at anything, it means you're lacking this energy. You want to work on persistent effort. Knowing the persistence, that persistence leads to success. Okay? Then the second part to this third trinity is Hod. It brings glory and splendor. This is the masculine energy then. It reminds you to stay humble and appreciate the journey, to be open to learning from others and value their contribution, to show gratitude for every small victory. This is a very important approach here, because when we start working on something, we may start maybe doubting our progress, or we may forget about being humble. So we're like, we've created some results, but we're like, oh, it's not good enough, it's not enough, I want more, I want this, I want it bigger, which is all fine. Like, you want to make it grow, great, but also stay humble. You've created results, be grateful for them, because they can be taken from you, and then you will notice you haven't appreciated them. Right? A wise man once said, a cure for arrogance is poverty, and that's why so many people sometimes need to go through breakdowns and poverty, because it humbles them. They've lacked this stream of energy named Hod, glory or splendor, very important aspect. And then the feminine energy is called Yesod or Kesod, which means foundation. Foundation stream brings to you the importance or the realization that you need to take concrete action to bring your plans to life, to focus on the practical steps you've noticed you need to make, so you can build a solid foundation for your project. So often it manifests the way that you build something and then you lose it because you haven't created a stable foundation for it. Like, you create some fast income, like sometimes people create these online stores where they start selling some products they, buy from China or things like that, drop shipping, and then they create a lot of money and then they lose it because of certain things. They haven't created a strong foundation. So it's a lesson. You've lacked this feminine energy. Whatever business you start, whatever project you start, whatever endeavor you're on, your foundation needs to be strong. If your foundation is not strong, well, it means you're lacking this energy. And if you're lacking this energy, then also your finances will be unstable, your relationships will be unstable, your health will be unstable. So you need to go into any aspect that is unstable and ask yourself, what would be the foundation for it? Is this to make a better financial plan? Is this to start saving a bit more money or investing it into right things? Is this to, if it's health, the right foundation for health is good sleep, spiritual connection, good nutrition, water, and all of that, right? This is the foundation. If we're lacking the foundation, we're lacking this feminine aspect that can bring health to any field of what we are creating. And that's how we bring anything into a physical manifestation, which is the last part after these three trinities, is the kingdom, Malchut, the kingdom, manifestation and completion. This last part is a physical evidence of your well-balanced order of these three trinities and all energies that need to be mastered in order to become a master manifester. Once you become really good with this 9 different streams of energy, the 10th one, the kingdom, will become visible to you, and you will be able to experience the completion of any project you've created, and you will be able to celebrate your achievements. So this is a very unique approach, and it may sound complex, but it breaks down all the 10 different streams of energy so creation can exist. This is the language that has been said. It was brought to this world by God. He has chosen an angel that brought this information to the world, to society, and now it's up on each individual how they will use this knowledge so they can bring to fruition the highest potential that can evolve through you. The whole purpose behind this Kabbalistic ancient wisdom was that this knowledge would awaken the native cell in a human being that can come to fruition and manifest back a divinity within each of us. So we can awaken a divine potential within all of us and become once again who we've been designed to be. A very sacred knowledge. And I hope you found this information valuable, practical, and helpful. Let me know what resonates the most from this video. And also I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting, my latest painting. If you would like to get a print of it, you can check out our store, AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my art. And it's a store, I Draw My Passion. So check it out. And also thanks to everyone for supporting this channel on our Patreon page, AttractPassion. The link is in the description of this video. With that, you're supporting this mission and daily messages. Thank you so much for that. And till next time, one love.